Now, your 41 NBC AccuWeather forecast, presented by Volume Chevrolet.
Well, welcome back. As mentioned, got some peachy orange colors there on the sky as we, go forward. This will be an interesting question, or, as we go forward with these isolated storm chances, right? I actually mentioned this like a week or two ago when it comes to the pretty sunsets. One thing you see during the summer, after those pop-up afternoon storms, those lovely red skies. Could we maybe have a chance for that as we go towards the weekend, even through the weekend? I mean, this is a very summer-like pattern coming on. It's not going to be as hot as the summertime, but we'll dive into those details a little bit. Nothing for us to follow on our radar. We did get colder than expected last night, which makes sense after we were more than 10 degrees below the expected highs yesterday. We were about 5 degrees below the expected lows, close to average there. 77 for today is 9 above the normal of 68. So far this week, Monday has been the hottest. 53 for our overnight low tonight. It's going to be mostly clear overhead and pretty mild, but some fog could be thick at times, especially by sunrise tomorrow, coming in from the southeast courtesy of these gentle winds. And I think a lot of these numbers are pretty conservative. We'll be seeing some mid-50s. It'll probably be mid-50s further south and low 50s for most of us further north. Sparta, Eastman, maybe 51, 52 for those lows. I just think that with how cold we got last night, we're not going to be seeing a jump of 10 plus degrees in our low temperatures tonight, but we may be seeing that over the next few days as we deal with this very barotropic pattern. What I mean by that is it's the type of atmosphere that we see during the summer, right? The jet stream further to the north right now, driving these larger storm threats over the Great Plains, particularly for our Friday evening and overnight. Again, I don't have any concerns here, but we'll be touched on this level 3 threat in a little bit, just in case you maybe have some friends or family that live over the plains, particularly in Missouri, Oklahoma, and Kansas. And we're going to begin to see isolated storm chances climbing as we head into the end of the week. And for us, by Friday, that could be a few thunderstorms. Even tomorrow, I think a part of the region is in the level 0 general, but here's that level 3 I was referring to. So a good chunk of Oklahoma, eastern third of Kansas, and western third there of Missouri. And that unfortunately could be a bit of an overnight tornado threat. So just make sure that you got any friends or family over there that you give them a holler and make sure that they are weather aware. Pollen levels are of course climbing. We're going to really start to see that more with the trees as we move through the next few weeks. Once you start seeing more buds on those branches, more leaves, of course the bees are also getting back out there to help spread that pollen even more so you get more flowers to bloom. So as we get a closer look at tonight, we are going to be seeing that fog again. We woke up to dense fog today, so all this cloud cover here, that is at the surface. That is fog. Overhead should be largely clear. We'll be getting largely upper 70s, lower 80s tomorrow afternoon. I do think Macon will get right up to about 80, and our rain chances are about 10%, so not much in the way of rain tomorrow. Once again, that wind staying out of the south-southeast heading into our nighttime, and guess what? Another round of that thick fog heading into the beginning of your Friday. We then go into the 80s in the afternoon, and we see some isolated showers, perhaps a couple of thunderstorms in here. And depending on the timing of that, hey, that's how you can maybe see one of those lovely red skies, sunsets that are typically associated with the summer months. 80 degrees for our high tomorrow. A slim chance for a shower or storm. That wind will shift ever so briefly to the south-southwest, becoming more south-southeasterly again tomorrow night. We'll check out the rest in 10 seconds.
Every new Volume Chevrolet comes with our exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty, 24-hour roadside assistance, and oil changes for life.
Volume Chevrolet.
Your 41 NBC AccuWeather 7-day forecast is brought to you by Volume Chevrolet. As we go towards the weekend, it got us at 30% max right now. Now look, there is a chance that we could see them fluctuate as high as 50%, but it shouldn't be anything more than that. These are going to be as isolated pop-up storms in the afternoon. They're not really being driven on by a cold front until maybe over the weekend. Don't forget also, Saturday night into Sunday, set your clocks forward as we go back to daylight saving time.
For weather updates on the go, download the 41 NBC AccuWeather app and follow 41 NBC on Facebook and Twitter.